Hello again guys, and thank you for joining me. Today's drawing is a cute little pair of fluffy sparrows. I've wanted to draw these birds for a while now. I grew up in a fairly suburban area, and I think they were pretty much the only bird I remember seeing as a child. Now I know these guys are actually a pest in Australia, but I think they're just the cutest little things. I've spent hours stalking them with my camera lately, but they're so fast and flighty that I just haven't managed to catch a good photo to use. So when I came across this perfectly posed little photo by Ashy on paintmyphoto.com, I pretty much dropped all my projects and started on this one straight away. And I'll leave a link to that photo in the description so you can see for yourself just how adorable they are. I started with a little female, and they have some fairly drab colours. So I chose some warm greys and neutral tones like Nougat and Payne's Grey for her feathers, and added just a little hint of warmth on those browns. Considering this really understated colouring, I really tried to focus on making sure I got the patterns of those overlapping back feathers correct. And I kind of exaggerated the cuteness of her eyes with that tiny highlight, just to make sure that I gave her a bit of personality. Now, male sparrows have a little bit more flair to their colouring. So when I got to start with him, I used all of those same sort of bland colours as a base. But then I was able to brighten him up around the face using some Venetian reds and my favourite pencil, which is the sky blue. I'll always find an excuse to use that pencil somewhere. Now all these greys and browns on a white background aren't going to make for a very exciting piece, so I wanted to add a little bit of colour in that background. So I chose to put in some nice bright spring blossoms into the background. Well, I used some reference photos of an apricot tree just to make sure I had the basic placement and shape of those petals correct. I used the colouring that I can remember from some ornamental plums, which are in much darker, deeper pink. So I suppose these blossoms are apricot flowers or apricot plums, I don't know. I used mainly magentas and pinks for the colours of those blossoms, but I didn't want to add too much detail. The blossoms are there as a frame to the birds, and I didn't want to risk that really strong colour overwhelming the main subject. So I was quite sketchy in their drawing, and I kept the colouring somewhat light, and I didn't really fully coat the paper with pencil. I was really excited to receive an email saying that these little guys are going to be published in the gallery of May's Colour Pencil magazine. I've never really been inclined to, purposely seek publication or anything like that, but it is really nice when it happens, and I'll definitely be racing to get a paper copy of this issue. So here's the final piece. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please leave a like or a comment and let me know what you think. And if you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, guys.